again, you could be happy with them, like, but I feel like what's important to you, and maybe like one of the premises of this connection, is that you really want to feel like the one and only, the star. You are not comfortable, you are not okay with sharing them with anyone. I mean, no Scorpio would ever want this. Hey Scorpios, welcome back to my channel. Happy December. What do they say in England? Rabbit something like that. Anyway, let's get started, you guys. Let's do your reading from December 1st to December 15th. Before we get started, don't forget to give this video a big like, don't forget to subscribe, and just a quick announcement: if you're watching me on December 1st, this is the last day to book any packages with 20 to 30% discount as an extension of our Black Friday, for packages only. And yeah, let's get right into this. Any other announcements? Oh yeah, and of course our Scorpio webinar is open for registration. It's going to be on January 7, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time via Zoom, approximately 4-hour webinar. We're going to go very deep into the year ahead for all the Scorpios. Again, this is going to be very deep and based also on your chart, so it's tailor-made for you guys. It's not like just a general Scorpio, you know, prediction, but like we're going to go very, very deep. And of course, you know, the way usually I do this is my own style and combination of my own methods too. We're going to take a look at that. There's currently 2 options to register. One is the ticket to the webinar plus a short, separate, not like last year, but separate consultation for 2024 year, where in 10 to 15 minute video, I'm going to summarize the most important things you need to know for yourself for the year ahead. And there's also another option to book your full 2024 personalized reading, together with a ticket to the webinar. And again, if you're booking a full scale, what is it, full reading, basically it's a very advanced and very detailed one, where we look at all your transits for 2024, your solar return, Venus return, secondary progressions. It's a very deep, very comprehensive reading. What else? Yeah, so links to everything are in description box. Again, just want to remind you guys, I do not have any other forms of social media. This YouTube channel and our Etsy shop is the only way, you know, is the only place basically. I don't have anything else, you know, at least right now. There's another YouTube channel I have, but it's like, now I'm not really posting there now, so be careful. You know, there's no TikToks, no Instagrams, nothing like that at all. And the only place to purchase readings is the Etsy shop and the links that I provide in this channel. Okay, so anyway, let's get started. All these things I have to say because, you know, there's new people, some people, you know, don't see all the posts, so you know, let's see. Anyway, you guys, let's see. Well, we have Venus in Scorpio. And we're about to have, right now as I'm recording this, Venus is still in Libra, but it's about to enter Scorpio. So let's see what it's going to bring us. Okay, we have here Page of Swords and the Moon. Something that was hidden from you, something you could not see before. You going to get, I feel like, to the bottom of this. Some kind of mystery, some kind of secrets will come to light. Well, of course, we are going to have December 12th new moon in the sign of Sagittarius, which I think is just in general going to be much more lighthearted energy, going to be much more, like, we're going to get some answers is what I'm feeling. Also with Page of Swords, I do feel like there is something about your curiosity that's going to take you very far. Now with the 5 of Wands next to the 10 of Wands, try to avoid unnecessary situations that involve any kind of conflict. Easier said than done, but I do feel like right now any kind of fights or conflicts, like right now I feel like there is this energy, not because, by the way, most people in astrology are saying how, oh, there was this Mars in Scorpio, blah blah. No, I think the reason why in general, again, there is more like chaos again in the world, I want to repeat that, is because North Node, I think it's still, even in the first 2 weeks of December, very close to dwarf planet called Ceres. I hope I'm pronouncing, no, sorry, not Ceres. My gosh, the name, Eris, not Ceres. Sorry, Eris. So there is this dwarf planet Eris, which, you know, they named it after, I think, this Greco-Roman, I want to say, goddess of strife, war, chaos, conflict. And when North Node is passing so close, you know, again, North Node is not a planet, right? But mathematical calculation, when there is such an alignment, essentially what it is that there is more of that energy. So we want to separate ourselves from chaos, because the thing is, like, it's not going to go anywhere, and it's only going to give you more burdens and feeling like you're not in a good place. So we want to avoid that. Okay, Now that we've avoided it with the Nine of Pearls to the Star, yeah, this is what you want to focus on in the first 2 weeks of December. I feel like when it comes to your life, there is going to be, I feel like there's something here, probably because of Venus and Scorpio passing either your ascendant, your moon, or your sun, whichever placement you are watching this for, your Venus maybe as well. If you're having your Venus return now, make sure you do watch my Venus return video on my other channel. I'm going to link it also in this video. But basically there is something here where you have more luxury available to you, more beauty. It's almost like you're having a glow up. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Pearls next to the Star. It's a glow up energy. So of course makes sense. Venus is in Scorpio. It is going to make an opposition to Jupiter in Taurus. Again, in ancient, more like Vedic, even I would say, some even Babylonian sources, I think Venus, especially in Vedic, Venus and Jupiter are considered to be enemy planets, like bitter enemies. But in this case, here in your situation, the way I feel like it manifests, again, we're using tropical and Western here. So I feel like here it manifests as you having this extreme glow up and you're being more picky when it comes to a life partner. It's almost like, you see that you can just do a whole lot better than maybe what you previously thought. And it's a normal thing. I feel like, like when we don't really value ourselves, and some of us unfortunately grow up in the environment, where we I've seen this in my own life where sometimes, like even parents and families instill these limiting beliefs that, oh, you'd be lucky if anyone marries you kind of thing. Familiar? Of course, hopefully not for all of you, but like something where parents sometimes instill even in children that believe that, oh, just hopefully someone marries you. When, will you get married? No one even wants you kind of thing. In some cultures, it's like, it's to this day, I know it sounds like ancient, but there is this belief. And, for most of us who are fortunate enough, I think, to go on this journey of really starting to work on ourselves, elevate ourselves, become, like return to love, return to self-love, we start realizing that instead of this desperate, oh, I just hope anyone is going to be with me, we can actually pick and choose. We actually have choices. We actually, can do much better than what we previously thought. So something like this is happening with you. I feel like you're also really, really determined to keep going forward. Again, Venus and Scorpio on your especially ascendant, but also Sun, Moon, and Venus is giving you this extreme glow up where you starting to see yourself. I am a prize. I am a prize. Maybe for some of you, this should be your affirmation. I am a prize. I am worthy of infinite abundance. I am worthy of a person who always puts me first. I am worthy of someone who treats me like a queen, like a goddess. I am worthy of everything that I want. Something like that, I feel like maybe could be a good affirmation for you guys. And again, I feel like you have your own opinions about many different things, but try to avoid conflict. It keeps coming up. Maybe again, yes, this Venus-Jupiter opposition could be like where, again, you're going through this glow up, you see your worth, you see your value. And if there is anyone who is trying to challenge that, let people have their opinions. Let people invest in what they want to invest. If somebody doesn't see your value, it's not your job to go out there and prove it. Like I always like to give this example of, a luxury store. Like, I don't know, what's the popular brand or what's a luxury brand? I don't know, Chanel. I don't know if it's still considered good or not, because these days, there's so much going on in the world that I don't know, this brand is that whatever. Anyway, like Chanel or Prada or something. This brand, if you think it's shit, it's not going to be crying and it's not going to be running after you, offering you 80% discount. Oh, just please, I am Prada, see my value. You don't think let's just, I don't know what it even costs, $5,000 or more probably. There's all this designer bags that cost $20,000 or something. I don't wear that because most of it is animal skin, what is it, animal skin too? So I'm not into designer bags or into mainly for that reason. I mean, also expensive, but cash is always better. Anyway, but the idea here is to not sidetrack. Some of you maybe will be purchasing yourself something, I feel of value, some kind of, I don't know, it could be a designer item, status item, it's Christmas, right? Whatever. So it's fine. But the idea is, here is that you don't have to like run after people and convince them, oh my God, I'm so good, go look, see my worth and see my value. When you know it, right, it's like, it's effortless, it just comes to you. And if somebody fails to see it, if someone fails to recognize it, well, too bad for them. So something like this. And I feel like with collective consciousness here coming together, using your voice, again, if you can avoid maybe any kind of low vibrational energies that are out there, whatever this means, and instead, like approach everything with curiosity, approach everything as maybe like not necessarily a problem to solve, but maybe more of like a challenge, and something like that could be an opportunity for you to use your light, to use your your strength somehow. I don't know what it means, because again, with the Devil card, I do feel like there is this temptation, and the temptation here is to believe in some kind of temporary restrictions, or to believe that, maybe some kind of darkness that you even observe, that it's real and that it's like winning or something. The idea is, and something actually, my gosh, I'm getting a lot of downloads this morning, probably all the coffee kicked in, but like the idea is, something I've learned from my teacher recently, is that all the darkness is, right, is just the unformed light, is the light that has not been revealed yet. It is the light that has not been, it's the light that has not it's the light that has not been revealed yet. Yeah, that's the best way to say it. Darkness is also not even necessarily an absence of light, right? You often hear darkness is the absence of light. No, darkness is an unformed light. It's the form, it's the dark matter that still yet has to form into something. So whenever we see a lot of darkness around us, maybe, whatever it is, collective consciousness and something, all it means is there is so much potential, right, for this energy to be transformed, uplifted. And I feel like for you, it's important to maintain that consciousness. Let's see what else. We have here Ace of Cups, Divine Kinship, Mystic Vessel, New Beginning. We also have here Five of Cups, and we have here King of Swords. I feel like for you, there is somebody who has very deep remorse, and I have to hide? No, she's in bikini. Basically, there's someone who has deep sadness over how things turned out. But I don't know, I feel like you basically are not too focused on whatever happened before. You are right now more than ever focused on all the opportunities in front of you with Three of Pearls. I feel like for some of you, there is going to be some kind of group project, or maybe there's going to be some kind of venture you're going to be starting, perhaps with more than one person, maybe like with your few friends, you're going to start something together, some kind of project. What I'm seeing is basically you're focused on the future. Yeah, with the Sun card, celebration, kinship, success. So word kinship comes out twice here. I don't know what it means. Maybe it means something for you. And I feel like for you, again, like still, if you're still figuring out what is it you want to do, maybe career-wise, do some soul searching now, because somehow for some of you guys, by the way, you will attract the kind of person, the kind of soulmate that you want, somehow through the work that you do, but not necessarily your job, more so like if you have a passion project, if you're working on something, that's what's meant to attract this kind of person. And yes, for a lot of you, there is an ending. There's someone you're choosing to establish a boundary with, because you just don't see, again, I'm not saying it's not possible, but I feel like you just don't see how will this contribute to your life. How will you be able to live the kind of life that you envisioned with this person? There's something here, again, I feel like you just love yourself more, and you're not going to risk having everything you want in life, with someone who is not even clear with what they're offering. Again, messages maybe for some of you. King of Cups. Let me see, just one more card. King of Cups with the Seven of Cups. You have a lot of opportunities when it comes to love. I do feel like there is something here that's requiring you to use your intuition, maybe being more diplomatic even. I feel like diplomacy, where diplomacy is coming in here, diplomacy, being generous, being grounded, is going to pay off a lot. Instead of maybe, being more in the toxic energy, something here, there's something here about just being kinder. And with Seven of Cups here, what I'm seeing, let me see this other card it connects with. Seven of Cups with the Star. I do feel like you are going to select out of the Seven of Cups, the actual, the actual cup, basically the actual choice, the actual opportunity that is aligned with your highest destiny. Maybe this is something to meditate upon. If you feel like there's a lot of choices, there's a lot of options, maybe there is a moment for you to pause and really meditate. What is that opportunity? What is this choice? What is this direction that's going to ultimately lead me to the best, to my highest good, to the best timeline possible? Exactly. There's a lot of focus with the Three of Wands here on you really going forward, charging ahead towards your future, knowing that you deserve good things, knowing that whatever happened in your life before, knowing that whatever happened in your life previously does not define you. Just because you've experienced maybe lack in your relationships or in any other areas of your life doesn't mean that it's going to be forever like this. There's always a turning point. Again, there's always a turning point. There is so many people, right, who maybe were poor all their life, and then suddenly they had something where they were given an opportunity, or they created an opportunity themselves, and their life changed. It could be the same with love. No love, or shitty relationships, but then you do meet the right person and things, get better. Like, I feel like for you, it's important to understand that whatever previously was happened, yes, it was true at that time, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be true forever. Things can always change. Anyway, let's go into your tarot. And I don't know if you guys can hear, there's some weird noise. I hope it's not in the video. So there's always something. So let me see. And also, I think, like, for you, it's important to not be distracted. Like, especially if you've been recently more focused, keep going the same way. Because we're going to be ending the year, to come back to this moon card. So we're going to be ending the year with the new moon of first Sagittarius and then the full moon of Cancerian right before the New Year's Eve. So for you, that specific lunar cycle is also going to be very important. We're going to take a look at it more in depth, more in detail, as we get closer. This is the reading for the first 2 weeks of December. But yeah, I'm already getting this message. Very, very important, very powerful. I feel like ending of the year with you being ahead as we start 2024. And of course, I'm just going to insert here, if you want to be even more ahead for the year 2024, make sure you attend our webinar on January 7, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Links to register down below. Okay, guys, let's go into your tarot now. Let's look at you and let's look at who you're dealing with in the first 15 days, first 2 weeks of December. As always, first row is going to be you, second row is going to be your person. It could be somebody you are dating, it could be somebody you are connecting with. Let's see. First card, Queen of Fire, Queen of Wands. So yeah, you are on fire. You are really feeling like, yeah, I got it. So for some of you, again, this glow up is it's something you really feel, basically. Nine of Earth, exactly. Nine of Pentacles, Hierophant. Let me see. We have Two of Earth, Two of Pentacles, Messenger of Earth, Page of Earth. So you're having a glow up. You're making maybe some extra money right now. You're just feeling very, Messenger of Earth is, I believe it's either Page or Knight of Pentacles. Wands card wants to come out. Person you are connecting with, Five of Fire, Five of Wands. This is such a beautiful tarot, by the way. Like, really love it. Good tarot, Colette Baron Reed. Okay, Nine of Fire, Nine of Wands. Look at these cards. Just wow. So the person you are connecting with, you have, okay, there is one energy that's coming through, someone who is conflicted about how much you've changed, but they're not giving up. They're not giving up. They're keeping the hope. And then we have here Nine of Air, but I think this person's starting to see that maybe they have lost you for good. Seven of Earth, Seven of Pentacles. I want to take this one. And we have here Ace of Wands, because Ace of Fire is, which is Ace of Wands. For a lot of you, there is going to be an opportunity to completely start something new. I feel like you might be going on some dates. You might be just having more fun. You are having a glow up and you are attracting a lot of opportunities your way. Because with this Messenger of Fire, I'm seeing that you're now in the space where you see that, like, you can turn your life around. You see that if you put yourself first, and again, I'm not here like suggesting to be narcissistic or whatever. No, just if you put yourself first, like you should, it's like things, people, places, things come to you. You're not in that space where you're planning your whole life around someone or something while they are, you know, like, again, don't want to go there, but they're not really prioritizing you. Gone are those days, Scorpio. Two of Wands, two of Fire. I feel like you're starting slowly but surely to see the bigger picture, and you see how maybe some of those disappointments you've had earlier, you know, you've grown from them. You cannot change the past. You cannot dwell in the past forever. But at some point, you have to keep moving forward. And that's what you're doing. With Queen of Fire, I feel like you are now in this space. Just look at this. Well, it's like you're owning your power right now, basically. You're attractive. People are very attracted to you in the first 2 weeks of December, partially, I mean, for many reasons, but one of them reasons, of course, has to do with Venus being in Scorpio. It's a very auspicious energy for you, and it attracts, I'm hearing, attracts them to you like something bees and honey, or honey and like flowers. So basically everyone's attracted to you. Hierophant, this is of course Taurus energy. This is also your 7th house. You are in a position to choose. Also, it's very interesting, the interpretation of Hierophant in this particular deck. It almost looks kind of like a magician, but it's not. It's a combination here of magician, I would say, and high priestess, even temperance a little bit. Beautiful cards, again, highly recommend. But the idea here with the Hierophant, I feel like, is that you realize when it comes to, you know, to relationships, you have options to choose from. And it's not one of those energies where it's like, oh, I just have to settle for whatever is available. No, maybe for some of you, you used to have like really bad, you know, like limiting beliefs about love and dating. And you started maybe to change this. Like, I have a friend of mine, she lives in New York City, and you know, when we have a conversation, at least it used to be this way, now it's a little different because I've changed a lot too, but when we have a conversation with her and the way she describes, you know, even in New York City dating opportunities, like, oh yeah, there are so many nice guys, you know, there's so many guys who want love, commitment, whatever. I could see that her beliefs, the way she believes about what she believes about herself, what she believes about the world, are so different from like what I used to believe in. I used to think, oh my God, the New York City is the worst. It's impossible to meet any guy. Everybody's blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I kept seeing more and more evidences of this, you know, as like the law of assumption, right, suggests. So I feel like for you, maybe you started changing something about how you see the world, and you're slowly starting to see more evidence that actually, wow, there is many good men, there is many good guys, there are many people who, you know, are on the same level, you know, well, maybe not many people on the same level as you, but there are people who can potentially meet my standards. And with the 9 of Earth energy, again, I feel like this is such a self-love card here. It's like you are in a very good place. You're getting into this very good place financially. You're really starting to be in the space where, like, you know, everything is good. Like, you know, and again, people sometimes say, oh, like, life is so boring, right? If you just like pay your bills and whatever, like work out. But you know, there is beauty in that. When you are healthy, when it's true, when your bills are paid, when you have something to eat, I think, you know, we need to appreciate this. Appreciation, gratitude creates more things to be grateful for. So yeah, I understand, like, sometimes, you know, we all crave this adventure and this like endless, limitless love and all these other amazing things we can experience. But I feel like we cannot go necessarily to our next level if we don't appreciate the small things, like things that go, okay, I had amazing wholesome meal today, you know, bills are paid, whatever, and like I'm in my body, I feel so good, like I exercise, my body is actually performing all these functions for me. Like, again, this stuff feels so small, but actually, you know, in my opinion, if you want to build more abundance and if you want to build more in your life, you have to be in a deep awe and in deep appreciation of this, what so-called small things, because they are important. There's many people in the world who do not have that. So this is like appreciating, you know, the little things you have. With the 2 of Earth, I feel like there is going to be a time, and I feel like the first 2 weeks of December, this is the time when you might be very busy. There is social life, romantic maybe opportunities, the job that you're doing. You're very blessed. You have work. You have, I feel like, again, try to think of whatever it is you're dealing with, even in your work life, not as like, oh my God, I have so much work to do, but more like, wow, I actually have all these different clients. Oh, I have, different tasks, that I'm given. Like, it's a good thing. I feel like it's a good thing here. And with Messenger of Earth, again, this is abundance, this is stability. You're in a good place. But again, as it's been, in your previous readings, and for this couple of months, I want to say, there is more focus for you, I feel like, on yourself, on your abundance, than something else. Although with the Hierophant card, I do feel like something is changing in the romantic department as well. I feel like you're starting to attract high caliber man. I don't know why I want to use that word. High caliber man or high caliber women, whatever you're into. So there is that. I like your row, how it looks. Abundance, abundance, abundance. Pentacles, 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 right? Now let's look at the person you are connecting with. I do feel like there is someone, again, I think it's someone you've already dealt with. 5 of Fire. They are looking at you and they see that you changed. And this is, again, I'm always saying this, in Scorpio readings, like, welcome, cross watcher. That's how Scorpio rolls. Again, Scorpio might experience, this backstabbing from somebody they loved, but they will reinvent themselves and they will make themselves stronger than ever. And then you're going to come towards them and be like, oh, you are not the same anymore. Yes, of course, because that version of them doesn't exist anymore. So this person is looking at you, how much of a glow up you're having, how much you've changed. You became much more self-sufficient, and they cannot believe their eyes. It's almost like, this is not the Scorpio that I used to know. Like, you used to be different. And I feel like with the 9 of Wands, 9 of Fire here, they are still very, very hopeful that they can convince you. The hope in them is still alive. They are hopeful that you could see something about the situation with a different perspective here with the 9 of Wands. Come on, focus. It's a beautiful card. Their hope is still alive. They are not giving up. But I feel like they're close to giving up, though, to be honest. Which, stamina is important if you want to conquer, the Scorpio. But with the 9 of Air here, which is 9 of Swords energy, they have a lot of different thoughts. They see that you don't really need them that much. And I feel like they understand that there is not much that they can contribute to your life. I think this is what is also something they are realizing. Again, whoever they've been with before, or whatever is the type of people they might have dated before you, is a very different type of person, is what I'm getting. They might have been with somebody who was codependent, did not know how to make their own money, did not really have any other options other than them, so codependent on them, especially if their ex had Cancerian in their chart, Libra in their chart, maybe as well. Again, nothing against those signs, but I'm just getting that this might be the person they might have dealt with before. And you are completely different. You're financially independent. You can pick yourself up and you are not going to back and chase, and crawl on your knees in front of them. And they realize that basically, when it comes to what they can contribute to you, there is not much. With 7 of Earth, this person is trying to play a long game. They're hoping that maybe if a little bit more time passes, you will change your mind. But I feel like with the Ace of Fire, you guys are ready for new. I'm just being honest here. Sorry, cross watcher. I wish I had better news for you. I always joke, cross watchers are welcome on my channel as long as you guys purchase extended. Not just rent, but buy. I am kidding, by the way. But, well, let's see, Ace of Air. Again, communication, like trying to clear up something with communication, hopeful for that. But I feel like now with the 10 of Air, which is 10 of Swords, they're seeing that you're not budging. Because again, there is something for you where you're choosing the life of your dreams, you're choosing your abundance, you're choosing people who are loyal to you and who never put you in a situation where I feel like you want to be in a space where you are put first if you are in a relationship. Like, you don't need this, but if we are going to go into this, you're not going to be putting me second. I'm not going to be waiting while you figure out, it's like, when like the liability, right? Like, a company has to pay off these shareholders first, those second, etc. You don't want to be one of those who get paid last. Like, I don't know why I came up with this with this analogy, but the idea here is you don't want to be someone who they go to when all other options did not work out or exhausted themselves, or even if that's not the case. it's a very painful feeling for a Scorpio. I feel like if there was ever an instance where they put someone or something else first and not you, because this is something that's going to haunt, I think, like could have potential to haunt you for a very long time, where it's like, okay, this was more important to you. And what now? You made your choice, okay? So Scorpios are not forgiving for that. Yeah, that's just what I'm seeing. Magician to the Two of Air. Again, there might be some balance you will reach with this person, but I'm not sure. The Magician, of course, depending on what you want, you can manifest a more positive outcome. Page of Water, King of Water. The thing here is that this person has a lot of feelings to you. But the question is also how much can you do with those feelings? Like, feelings are great. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this or not, but I grew up in the country where I grew up. It was very popular to watch different Brazilian, South American soap operas. Like in most like Russian-speaking countries, post-Soviet Union, it was very, I have no idea why, but like we watched every day after school or whatever, like Brazilian, especially soap operas. Shout out to anyone here from Brazil. And I remember there was this one famous one, like I was a little kid and, God knows what kind of subconscious programming that was for me, but there was a clone, I think it was called, and basically there was Jari and there was this Lucas. So I think she was like Moroccan and he was Brazilian, and so there were all this crazy cultural stuff going on. And the idea is, so all their life, they loved each other, but this Lucas guy, basically, he loved her so much, but he didn't do much, he just kept letting people choose, what his life is going to be like. First, he was like something, I think he lost his twin brother, then there was something going on where he couldn't divorce, like a typical soap opera stuff. And the thing is, like Scorpios, it's like, I feel like with this person, they kind of like right now showing you that all they do is just talk and it's a soap opera with them. And I feel like you don't want to deal with this, because why would you? Like, see, they're like, oh, okay, please be patient with me. And I feel like you've been patient with them, but the patience ran out now. I feel like not even, I feel like you wish this person well, but with the 8 of Wands and Ace of Fire, you're ready for something new. Now, they're watching this, they're seeing that basically you've changed a lot, and they're going to come up with something where they're going to convince you once and for all that, listen, I'm worth it, trust me, I'm worth it. I can give you what is it you need. We have here Judgment Call card energy and Ace of Water. There is going to be something where they're just going to tell you, listen, I don't care like what happened before, I just want to be with you. And with the 3 of Water, again, this is what this person is living. Like for now, they are trying to figure out what is it that they can give you, because in their perspective, you have everything. There's not even much they can contribute to you. But again, this person doesn't want to give up. They want to have this victory. But again, it's like Hanged Man to the Emperor. Can they actually be that person? Can they be that person that you want? Or is there someone else that's better suited for you? This is like for you, I feel like in the first week of December, by the end of by the end, I would say, of second week of December, I feel like there is going to be a decision made. For some of you, again, this is Emperor card, but I feel like for you, there is some kind of Leo energy that could be coming up. And, I feel like, by the way, the author of this deck might have had a thing with a Leo, because everywhere I see Leo, even in the Emperor card. So I don't know, this is just a speculation. But basically, yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. And I feel like for you, a choice is going to need to be made. Anyway, we'll take the look to the extended here is like what's actually likely going to happen. What are they offering? What else is out there for you? Any advice? And so on. Link to the extended is going to be down below. Again, December 1st is the last day to purchase anything in our shop with 20 to 30% off, packages only. And anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Link to the extended down below. Love you all. Bye.